Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Hold it just a minute. I got to get up.
You got to get up, okay? Dave's getting up. He's coming over to what?
Show me the palm of your hand.
Show you the palm of my hands. Why? What do you need to look at my hands for? Rub them together, okay?
Let me feel them now.
What? Don't. What are you doing? Leave me alone. Get away from me. Dave is touching my hair now. What are you doing? What was that for?
I don't want people thinking that we're doing the breakfast show using sticky substance.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't want to be caught cheating on the breakfast show.
All right. Good. All right. So I assume when the show's done, we'll have to be checked again.
Yes.
That's what I like. They get done pitching an inning, and then they still check the pitcher to see if they, after the inning, after he's been out there for a while.
Yeah, thrown maybe 30 pitches in that inning, and then they check them afterwards.
I think I shared this story with you last week. I was watching, who was it? It was the Angels and the Giants, I think it was. And it had went to the 13th inning, and then the Giants just blew the game wide open, scored like 6-7 runs in the 13th inning. And this poor Angels pitcher had given up like 5-6 runs. He just got hammered pretty good. And the umpire stopped him before he went into the dugout and checked to see if he had sticky fingers. I'm like, the guy just gave up 6 runs.
I don't get it. I understand why they're trying to crack down, but the method is a little bit, funny at times, right?
Yeah. So I don't have goop in my hair.
All right.
Okay. So if I did spray it though. So if I run my hands through my hair this morning, are you going to stop the show?
Yep.
And come over and check or what?
Yes, because again, we talked about this the other day, but I was watching a little bit of the College World Series, and I don't think they're checking the kids yet.
Good.
The students yet. But the particular pitcher I was watching, he every time before he pitched would, and maybe you saw it, but he would take his fingers and stick his tongue out and go 3 times, touch his fingers to his tongue 3 times, and then he would throw the ball. And again, years ago, that would not be allowed. You couldn't do that while you're on the mound. You'd have to step off into the grass and do it. So I suppose they thought it would be dry by the time you got, to the rubber to throw. But there's a lot of confusion right now about what doctoring the ball is. But all you need is a little moisture. It doesn't even really have to be sticky. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they did, over the last 2 weeks, the MLB has been cracking down on those sticky substances that pitchers use to get a better grip on the baseball. They've been inspecting gloves and hats of pitchers between innings. Yesterday, the umpires found something inside the glove of Mariners pitcher Hector Santiago and threw him out of the game. He also faces a 10-game suspension. As noted on NBC Sports Chicago, Santiago is the first player to fall victim to the latest crackdown.
Well, the reason I asked about running my hands through my hair deal, Joe Girardi stopped a game because Max Scherzer of the Nationals was running his hands through his hair more times than Joe Girardi remembered him ever doing. So that's why I asked the question about running my hands. Like I said, I did spray my hair, but there's no goop in it, so I don't know. But I just wanted to know because I'm one of those guys that runs my hand through my hair a lot.
Well, and if you're a pitcher, you take your hat off but it's really so easy to imagine that you could transfer something to your hands, because if you lift your hat, which a lot of them do, run their hands through their hair, all they have to do is have a substance in their hair.
Right. Brill cream.
Yeah, anything like that. Yeah. Well, that's the saga in Major League Baseball right now. Let's check out our birthdays for today.
Okay.
We have several. We also have an anniversary that Brent rounded up for us. Louis and Gwen Stidham celebrated a anniversary yesterday. 62 years of marital bliss.
Oh, wonderful. That's awesome.
For Mr. and Mrs. Stidham. So congratulations, Gwen. Louis says, I'd like to express my appreciation to my wife, Gwen, for putting up with me for 62 years. Hallelujah, Gwen.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
And other birthdays that we can mention to you that we're aware of, Megan Swoboda is celebrating a birthday today. Chris Varney is celebrating a birthday today.
Really? All right. Happy birthday, Chris.
Ashley Rotherham is celebrating a birthday today. Connie Laws celebrating a birthday. And Cheryl Bowles is celebrating a birthday today. Cheryl is out in Oregon. I don't know how warm or cool she is right now, because the temperature out that way has been way above normal. But Cheryl is celebrating her birthday today. You are celebrating a birthday with Elon Musk.
Oh, he's the Tesla guy, right?
Yeah, he's a wacky billionaire is what he is.
Oh.
He's founded PayPal.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Tesla.
I'm behind the time. Tesla I knew.
Yeah. SpaceX, and he hosted Saturday Night Live. He named his son XAEA-12 and is building a city in Texas called Starbase. So you're celebrating a birthday with Mr. Musk.
What was his son's name again?
XAE-A-12.
Okay.
Yep. Also, Mel Brooks is celebrating a birthday today. He's 95 today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And Kelly Pickler, 35 today. She, a country singer discovered on the American Idol show. She went on to win the 16th season of Dancing with the Stars as well.
Oh, I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew she was on American Idol.
Yeah. So you're celebrating birthdays with those folks. Happy birthday to all, and all the ones out there we don't know about, and there's many, on this 28th day of June already, Brent.
Wow.
Yeah. Big weekend last weekend. We'll talk about it a little bit later on in the show. 3 festivals all in one weekend. Swimming, softball, activities out at the fairgrounds, Loop City having a party, if you will, for veterans and volunteers who serve our communities. That went really well. And then looking forward, we'll be talking about this all week. We have 3 more festivals coming up this weekend.
Wow.
Yes. Myrna, and let's see here, Comstock and Sumner. So those 3 communities will be inviting you into their towns to celebrate the 4th of July and have a weekend of fun. So 3 last weekend, 3 this weekend.
Good.
I don't think we're having 41 teams of softball or swim meet here this weekend. If you drove by the softball field or you went up and watched some games, I don't believe I've ever, in the years that I've been around, saw that many cars, people, campers with the swim meet and 41 softball teams there. Then there were cowboys and cowgirls all over town. So it was very busy in Broken Bow, but Anselmo and had a great festival, Sargent, and we look forward to talking about Callaway's Pioneer Picnic a little bit as well. That's all coming up. In the meantime, we're going to play the game.
Okay, let's do. One more question about 1981 that we're going to ask you. And here it is. In 1981, who won the first of his 3 Wimbledon titles? That would be the big tennis tournament that they hold in England.
1981.
1981. Who won the first of his 3 Wimbledon titles that year? Your choices are Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, John McEnroe, and then someone's name who I can't pronounce, so I'll just give you those 3, okay? Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, and John McEnroe. Those are your choices of those 3 tennis players who won their first of his 3 Wimbledon titles in 1981.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens, musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Whether you're seeking curb appeal for your home or you want to do a remodel or new construction, Ansley Lumber and Supply in downtown Ansley has the materials that you'll need, from premium lumber to metal for buildings, plus GAF shingles for the roof and quality Benjamin Moore paint available in over 3,500 colors. Ask them about consultations with their pros and delivery. 935-1815. Or see them on Main Street in Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply.
Hey you there, listening to the radio. Yep, I'm talking to you. Do you like money? Do you like saving time? Do you like convenience? Well, you're in luck. At Nebraska State Bank, they can help you with all of those things. When you're a customer of NSB, you'll have access to all kinds of safe, convenient, and fast ways to manage your money, such as online bill pay, card valet, and the NSB mobile app, and notified text banking. With all of their locations here in Custer County, they're close to where you live, play, and work. Check them out online at nesb.bank or see them at any branch. Now, aren't you glad you listened? Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
743. What's the answer, Brent? We didn't get a call on that one.
Oh, yeah. He was known for his temper as well. He threw his tennis racket a lot.
He
had big hair back in 1981.
He had hair.
Yeah, well, true. John McEnroe would have been the answer.
Yeah.
Yep, he won his first of his 3 Wimbledon titles in 1981. Defeated Bjorn Borg, I believe.
Yeah,
in 81.
He seemed kind of crazy and out there then, and kind of like a spoiled brat, but not so much anymore.
Now he's a commentator.
Yeah, he's a commentator now, yeah. Steve, how you doing?
I am great. Fellas, how are you all doing today?
We're doing good. Doing good.
Are you going to check Steve?
Would
check his hands?
hold up your hands and show them to me,
Yep.
Steve. Now put them together.
Yep.
Do they stick at all?
Yeah.
No,
Gotta see.
he's clean.
No,
He's clean.
I think you're okay. All right. Sorry, we're just we've been inspired by Major League Baseball. So
Well,
we're checking everybody to make sure that they don't have any sticky substances
Run
on their
my
hands.
fingers through my hair, so
You could put some in your goatee. You could just go, that's very interesting.
I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe you put something on your head to make it shine or something. You could
Oh.
maybe. I don't know.
I
well,
just put some Brill cream in your pocket. What the heck?
there you go.
Well, we had a crazy weekend last weekend, a good kind of crazy. Steve, we had
Yeah.
people from all over in our communities, celebrations, festivals, and activities here in town. Went by the store a few times. Parking lot was jam-packed full, and you
Yeah.
had all the restaurants hopping with everybody in town. And
it's a good thing.
it's a good thing. And now we're coming into the 4th of July weekend.
That's right.
So, and actually hits on a Sunday. So a lot of I think some of the major activities for 4th of July might end up being on Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, yeah,
a lot
exactly.
A lot of barbecuing and picnics and those sorts of things going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the GK is definitely a destination for everyday food needs as well as the 4th of July picnic needs, gatherings, whatever you're getting into. Of course, we can build any cake for any celebration, such as birthdays, anniversaries, such as that. So definitely call the GK when you need cakes, when you need deli catering items such as meat and cheese trays or otherwise, and then fruit and veggie trays from the produce department. And on top of that, we've got our 3-page ad this week.
Steve, how far in advance do they need to order those things you just mentioned? Because you kind of have a squish towards the end of the week here. So
yeah, so you always want to give a 24-hour advance notice or more. It's always best to not procrastinate, to let us help you in the best way we can.
Okay.
So,
All right.
All right.
Other specials.
Yeah, let's dive into this extra third page for 4th of July. Of course, this ad runs June 28th through the 4th of July. You can save on all this and more this week. 10-pound tube of 85% lean ground round, only $3.68 a pound. And then Best Buy bone-in baby back or St. Louis pork ribs, $4.48 a pound. Johnsonville brats or Italian sausages, 19 ounces, $3.98. Ballpark Franks, 15 ounces, 4 for $5. Whole seedless watermelons, $3.98. Fresh sweet corn, 10 for $3. Van Camp's pork and beans, 78 cents each. Bush's Best Baked Beans, 2 for $4. Twizzlers candy, $1.98 a bag. Jell-O gelatin or pudding, 98 cents each. Daly's frozen cocktail drink pouches from the liquor department, 2 for $4. We've got Jesse Lord fruit pies from the bakery, 8 inches, 2 for $10. To go with that, Cool Whip topping, 4 for $5. While you're back in the bakery, pick up some decorated cupcakes for the holiday, $7.98 for a dozen. We also have King's Hawaiian buns, the hamburger, hot dog, mini subs, or sliders, 2 for $6. Some other pies you could enjoy are the Edwards frozen pies, $5.98 each. We have Best Choice butter, 1-pound varieties, 2 for $5. Red Diamond tea in a gallon, 2 for $5. And the deli's got all sorts of goodies, but on the ad this week, Mrs. Jerry's gourmet macaroni salad with cheese, $3.48 a pound there. So there's also, of course, all sorts of grab-and-go items back in that deli, which we'll touch on here a little bit later. Also in the meat department this week, we've got 8-pound average Hormel Natural Choice bone-in Boston butt pork roast. Great for the smoker. Great item there for pulled pork and such. $2.48 a pound. Sirloin steaks, $7.98 a pound. Of course, that's Grocery Cart's premium aged choice certified Angus beef sirloin steaks. Great for the grill, so pick up a package of those for your grill out. We also have 2.5-pound bags of Best Choice boneless skinless chicken thighs. Great for the freezer, $5.98 each. Fresh frozen Best Buy bone-in split chicken breasts, $1 a pound. Fairbury red hot dogs, 32-ounce package, $7.48 each. Dakota brand skinless hot dogs, 2-pound package, $5.98. Wimmer's natural casing wieners, they are $4.48 each. And Oscar Mayer basic Lunchables, the small pack Lunchables, 4 for $5. Dairy deals at the Grocery Cart. Dean's chip dips, 3 for $5. And Philadelphia brick cream cheese, 3 for $5 as well. The frozen food department, great this time of year while it's hot out. Red Baron pizzas, 3 for $10. Blue Ribbon ice cream pails, $4.98 each. Klondike shakes. These are little shakes that are actually in a pouch, so you can freeze them and bring them out when you would like to enjoy one. $4.98 for a 6-count Klondike shakes. We also have Blue Bunny Bomb Pops on ad this week, $2.98 in the freezer department, and much more in all of those departments that you can save on this week, including the TPRs throughout the store, the orange tag savings that don't get any airtime except for when I mention them right now. Plenty of extra savings as you shop the GK aisles throughout the store, so be looking for those orange tags to save a little extra coin. We also have grocery savings this week. Coca-Cola products, 12-pack cans, 3 for $10. 6-pack half liters, 4 for $9. Pepsi 12-pack cans or 8-pack bottles, 3 for $10. Village Hearth buns, got to have buns for those dogs, and burgers and brats, $1.88 each. They also have Best Choice buns for $1.18 each. Kraft mayonnaise, $2.98 each. Frito-Lay Doritos, $2.48 each. Frito-Lay Lay's or kettle cooked chips, $1.98 each. KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce, 98 cents each. And a lot more great items in this grocery department. Kraft salad dressing, 3 for $5. Kraft Jet Puff marshmallows, 4 for $5. Hershey's milk chocolate bars, 6-pack, $3.78 each. Of course, you got to have those s'mores on, especially on this holiday. If you haven't had them yet this year, it's high time to have them for the 4th of July weekend. Old Orchard 100% apple juice, 64 ounces, $1.38 each. Best Choice spring water, 24 packs, $2.98 each. Farm fresh produce this week. Keep getting those dark, sweet Washington cherries, $3.98 a pound. Ripe for the season, and that season will be over before we know it. Pint fresh blueberries, 2 for $6. Classic coleslaw mix, 14-ounce bag, 2 for $3. And Green Giant 1 pound baby carrots, 98 cents each. Fresh deli at the GK this week. Kretschmar beef bologna, sliced the way you like it and as much as you want on all these meats and cheeses. The beef bologna this week is $4.98 a pound. Kretschmar white or yellow American cheese, $5.98 a pound. Mrs. Jerry's country potato salad, $2.98 a pound. And call ahead for fried or smoked chicken for your 4th of July picnic. Of course, you can call the deli directly at 872-2206, and they'd be happy to take your order and take care of you for whatever you need. This week, you can dine in or carry out on these great options. This fine Monday, you could have hot beef with 2 sides and a drink for $9.98. Tuesday, taco salad for $6.98. The sides would be extra. Wednesday, chicken salad on a croissant, and that would be $9.98 with 2 sides and a drink. Thursday, prime rib sandwich, $10.98 with 2 sides and a drink. And Friday, shrimp po' boy or fish sandwich, $9.98 with 2 sides and a drink. And then you can walk on over to the bakery department, pick up some Rotella's cookout bread, 16 ounces, 2 for $5. Gregory's frozen cookie dough in the frozen doors, 36 to 48 count bags of those cookies. Bake them and claim that they're yours because they're just like homemade. Only $8.98 this week. Step into that wine and spirit shop for your favorite beverages. A lot of great options back there. And rewards bonus items, last but not least, Hormel turkey ham and cheese tray from the deli, $14.98 for a pre-made cracker, cheese, and meat tray. And you earn 1,400 points per on those. Red Ripe strawberries, 2 for $6, 1 pound package. And you get those with 300 points with your rewards card. MJ Brownies in the bakery, $3.98, earn 400 points. Mr. D's Potatoes varieties, $1.98, earn 200 points. Land of Frost Premium Deli Lunch Meat from the meat department, $3.98, earn 400 points. Heinz Squeeze Ketchup, 38 ounces, $2.98, earn 300 points. Kraft Miracle Whip, $3.48, earn 350 points. And Florida's Natural Orange Juice, 52 ounces, 2 for $6, earn 300 points. So a lot of your favorites on great prices with extra rewards points to earn and save on the backside on free items at the GK or gas discounts at Casey's and Broken Bow. So
wow. Lots and lots of specials. Guys, on the hot dogs, what particular ones do you like best to roast over the fire? Is you have a favorite? And I always respect because you try your products, Steve. You know your products. What's your favorite hot dog?
Over the years, it didn't matter as much, but as I've gotten older, I would say I enjoy the Fairbury brand or the red hot dogs. Or a good beef hot dog, but I actually I've grown to like bratwursts and stuff like that a little more too. So.
Yeah, Brent.
The big red hot dog is the only hot dog. Fairberry.
Does the hot dog juice bother you at all? Because my wife gets creeped out when she takes hot dogs out of the package. She goes, "Ooh, hot dog juice."
I guess it doesn't mean. Now, I'm one of those guys. I'm pretty much just a griller when it comes to hot dogs.
Oh,
I've got to put it on the grill.
You can microwave them.
And
but
you can, and I kind of used to. The one thing I can't do, I don't like my hot dogs boiled.
I don't like them boiled.
I don't. I just
looking at them floating around in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where the juice comes
Ooh,
in.
yeah.
You know, then the water starts to get a different color.
Yeah, it comes
you know
to
what I mean.
It comes to the top.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah. Don't
put them on a grill or put them in
the
microwave's
grill.
fast.
It
Just
is
put little
fast,
slices
but
in them and.
yeah, the
maybe
grill.
there should be a drink, hot dog water. Hot dog water.
Oh my!
Well, speaking of that, I
With
want
energy drink or something
with
like
a little
that.
pickle juice chaser.
Yeah.
to do a shot of pickle juice with that. Here's another question for you then, Steve, because it's kind of heading in the wrong direction. Well, anyway, barbecued watermelon pizza is now a thing.
What?
I don't even
Have you heard
know
about it?
how
Watermelon pizza.
Yes.
How does that happen, I guess? I
Okay.
don't-
It's now a thing. The recipe is blowing up on TikTok.
TikTok.
It involves frying both sides of a round slice of watermelon with the rind intact, then smothering it with barbecue sauce,
Ugh.
cheese, and pepperoni before sticking it into a broiler for a few minutes. Might sound gross, but it's not as bad as earlier this year when they were having watermelon and mustard together. What do you think of that, Steve? You're the...
I think people are not busy enough.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have time for those kind of shenanigans.
Or want to take time.
Nor do I want to take time.
I'm trying to think, where is a person's mind that even comes up with the idea to do this? I mean, to slice a watermelon and add pepperoni and cheese and whatever else on it to make a pizza. That's
I don't know.
I don't even know how you think of
They're
something
drinking
like
the
that.
hot dog water. That's what's happening.
And chasing it with pickle juice. We've got it all solved.
Yep.
I think it has something to do with things like TikTok because people like to get kind of weird and then show it and then it goes viral and they get a
Right.
kick out of how many people look at
Shock value.
it. Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Kind of like your white shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the one day I'll be able to wear this shirt.
Yeah.
It's with this warmer weather, I can only get one day out
Your
of it.
shirt is trending on.
It's trending.
I don't know those terms. Sorry.
That's kind of been my goal. I've had a dream of trending. I've always wanted to trend. Wouldn't that be neat?
I don't know.
I mean,
I have no idea.
maybe one day we can do something on this show that would trend.
Let's think about that. In the meantime, shop at the grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. And always remember, I talked about the parking lot being jammed. There's plenty of parking if you just go to the west side of the building. You've got
Right.
all kinds of parking there. And if you see the front parking lot clear full, there's plenty of parking. And the store is spacious. You got wide aisles. Sometimes you think, man, it's going to be crowded in there. And when you walk in, there's plenty of space for everybody
Absolutely.
to casually shop.
Absolutely. And I hope everyone has a safe and happy 4th.
All right, we'll dig into the hot dog juice further as we go along. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Search and rescue teams are sifting through an enormous pile of rubble, hoping there are survivors after Thursday's building collapse in South Florida. CBS's David Begnaud is there.
You hear the machinery behind me. This is still an active search and rescue operation. The teams are working midnight to noon, noon to midnight. You've got Miami-Dade County Fire Rescue, but they've now got help from teams from Israel and Mexico who've arrived on scene.
All-time temperature records are falling across the Pacific Northwest.
Unfortunately, we're starting to see this year after year. It's getting hotter and hotter. Climate change is real.
آنچه که ایالات متحده انجام میده
A spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry protested airstrikes launched by the U.S. on buildings in Iraq and Syria. The Pentagon says the buildings were used by Iran-backed militia groups to attack American troops. CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Here was a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. Matt Innes was in Norfolk last week talking to citizens about the proposed health standards. Carolyn Conti with News Channel Nebraska has the story.
And they claim you are attacking them. They are an activist because that is a tactic to make them a victim.
Thursday, a former Lancaster County Republican chairman shared his frustrations about activists who he says are behind the Nebraska's newly proposed health standards. Matt Innes presented those concerns in Norfolk to a crowd of teachers and concerned parents.
I'm just a grandparent, and I'm concerned about the future of my grandchildren and what's being taught.
Many agreed with Innes that the Nebraska Department of Education, which is considering asking public schools to teach things, including gender identity, sexuality, and critical race theory, is on a dangerous path.
The word that comes to my mind is that this is just child abuse. So when I was 4 or 5, I was in a foster home, and I remember being abused by an older brother that was in there. I'm 58 now. That has affected me even in my relationship with my husband of 30 years. If that, which wasn't even a minute point of what they're proposing to be teaching children, that's just wrong.
She says exposing kids to the potential health classes can be traumatizing. Emotions got so high that the police were called on a woman after she interrupted the presentation, saying she felt Innes was attacking the LGBT community.
All of you are now involved with the hate group.
Innes ended his presentation with a call to action, asking visitors to pray, spread the word, and voice their opinion with school boards. He ultimately hopes the state school board will be abolished.
I have kids and I have grandkids, and it doesn't even matter if I didn't. What's important is that we have to protect children. This is indoctrinating children. This is grooming children.
Even if the draft health standards are passed, local districts would each have the option to adopt the standards or not. In Norfolk, Carolyn Conti, News Channel Nebraska.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals saw the Bucks beat the Hawks in Atlanta 113-102. They rallied late to get the win behind Chris Middleton, who had 38 points, including 20 in the fourth quarter alone. He individually outscored the Atlanta team, who had 17 points in that final quarter. Giannis Antetokounmpo added 33 points in the win. For Atlanta, Trae Young had 35 points in a losing effort, but just 3 points in the fourth quarter. This after twisting his ankle, stepping on a referee's foot, which caused him to leave the game for a little while. Milwaukee now has a 2-1 series advantage. In baseball games of note, the Mariners down the White Sox 3-2 in Game 1 of a doubleheader. Seattle reliever Hector Santiago in that game became the first pitcher to be ejected for having a sticky substance on his glove. This after the new rules from baseball. He's now subject to a 10-game suspension. White Sox win the second game of the doubleheader 7-5. Red Sox beat the Yankees 9-2. Boston reclaims first place in the AL East, moving a half game up on Tampa Bay. The Rays lost to the Angels 6-4.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A blend of clouds and some sunshine developing today. Areas of showers and storms this afternoon, high of 79. Slight chance of a shower or storm tonight, low of 55. Sunny on Tuesday, high of 83. Tuesday night, clear to partly cloudy, low near 58. Slight chance of a shower or storm on Wednesday. Occasional sun, high near 84. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me at 308-872-6849. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
61 degrees under a partly cloudy sky. We're seeing more sunshine now than earlier. Winds light out of the north. Barometric pressure continues to slowly rise at 3012. Humidity at 92%. Our high yesterday was 77 with an overnight low of 55. Sunset today at 9:16. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:08. We recorded 5,600 precipitation, and I'll just mention to you, and I think most of you know this, when they say scattered showers, it was certainly that yesterday. I was out here yesterday. Well, I actually was at home going to work in the garden, and along come the thunder, and in town it just rained, and rain was running down the street, and it was backing up, and I'm thinking, man, we must have got half inch in 15 minutes. And then I drove out to the station since I couldn't work in the garden and had some things here to do. I think Jeff measured 1/100th of an inch, and that was from town to here. So that was the first round of rain. And then in early afternoon, it rained sheets again. And I think that was more general here in town, but then we went out south of Broken Bow yesterday, didn't go very far, and it was dry. So what I'm saying here is you may have gotten an inch, you may have gotten 20/100ths, you may have gotten a half inch like we did here. It's very intermittent. When we was up at Anselmo visiting with the folks at the parade, they were pretty thrilled because they'd gotten about a half inch generally overnight on Friday night, and we didn't get much of anything here. So hopefully you got some rain, and hopefully you got it where it will do you some good. And I don't know how many people were left dry, but I know south of town yesterday, there was nothing very wet about south of Broken Bow on the Sumner Road. So, you just don't know what all the different measurements were, but it was very scattered showers yesterday, and they could dump some pretty good amounts. Half inch is nice here, but we could have got an inch if we would have hit the lick the first time out here. So we may have an inch in town. I don't know. Airport measured the same as we did, so that's the story there. I just want to clarify because I know sometimes rain gets very, oh, you're kidding me. You got more than that or less than that, and that's kind of the story.
Good.
We want to get Shannon in the studio today to talk about Sargent because she went to Sargent this weekend and participated in the parade and hung around for a while and had some fun. Jeremy went over to Callaway for the Pioneer Picnic Parade and called me on the phone when we were still in Anselmo and said, boy, they had a great crowd there, and we'll get Jeremy in to talk about that. I think they had the 50 cars they were shooting for the car show in Callaway, which was a part of the parade. So we'll get their thoughts on that. I can tell you that we had a lot of fun at Anselmo. Joan and I went up, and the parade was very, very nice. A lot of nice entries, some really cool floats. And, I know a lot of people were apprehensive about didn't have one last year. What will this year's be like? And Cindy Hempstead and her friends were organizing that. And I love Anselmo because everything's pretty casual at Anselmo. The parade will get put together and just follow your number and get in there, and we'll start whenever we get everything organized, and we'll throw candy to the kids and have fun. And it's just a real relaxed festival at Anselmo. I'll just say that. And they had a lot of kids' games, a lot of softball going on. Ranch Rodeo was yesterday. And so I think it went well. I think they should be happy with themselves up in Anselmo. We sure had a good time. I should also note that there was a dedication on Saturday for a new historical marker that is on Main Street right next to the Veterans Wall. And it gives the history of Anselmo, and it was a donation through the Fagan family. And Pat was there, and we got a picture of Pat with the historical marker. And I've been communicating with our news team, and I got a picture and some things, and they're going to put a story together on that. You'll see that real soon on Sandals Express. And then also from my end, I went over to Loop City for their second annual Serviceman Appreciation Weekend. And they were golfing and having fun at the very nice golf course. I visited with Steve Staub, who originally, of course, grew up and spent most of his life in Ansley and was a volunteer fireman when he was in Ansley. And him and his wife Marilyn moved to Loop City to retire, and he ended up being talked into running the golf club there, the golf course.
Good.
He doesn't take care of the greens and so forth, but he takes care of the golf house, and all of that goes on in there. And so I got a nice interview with Steve. So we'll have that in a story coming up. And then I also went to the marina, Tradewinds Marina, and a lot of the guys were already in by 3 o'clock, and the others didn't wish to speak or do an interview. So we may follow up and give the news team will give Mark a call and get his thoughts on it. But I do know they had at least 40 servicemen and or veterans who took part in that, men and women and their families. And so they had a nice day in Loop City. So that's what I know from my end as far as last weekend goes. And as we mentioned, 41 softball teams in town. I can't imagine the impact that has on Broken Bow and surrounding communities. People maybe taking off for a festival between games and that sort of thing, or doing a little shopping here in town. Restaurants certainly were busy. We'll find out a little more from Joyce from Runza when she comes in. I'm sure she'll have good things to say about it. And then, of course, the swim meet along with that. And then there was all sorts of things going on out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. There are a lot of cowboys and cowgirls in town. So that was what I'm aware of. We'll get Shannon and Jeremy in here to talk about Callaway and Sargent. And then we'll start looking towards this weekend, this holiday weekend, the 4th. As we mentioned earlier, we have Comstock. They always have a great 4th of July celebration. And Myrna's Heritage Days will take place this weekend. And Sumner with their beautiful community gathering and rodeo that takes place. So those 3 festivals this weekend that will be taking place along with the 4th of July celebrations, and I'm sure there's some other things that will be popping up as well. What about sports?
Baseball. Tomorrow night will be at Paul Brown Field as the American Legion seniors will take on Cozad. It'll actually be a juniors and seniors doubleheader starting at 5:30, and then we'll broadcast the seniors game between Broken Bow and Cozad at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And then on Thursday, we're excited. The Broken Bow American Legion juniors team is just having an amazing season, 16-0 now on the year. And they have wrapped up the West Division title of the Mid-Nebraska Baseball League. And so they will be hosting the Juniors League Championship game against the East Division champion. And that is scheduled for Thursday night, July 1st at 7 o'clock at Paul Brown Field. And we will broadcast it on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And we're going to take the video camera as well. So we'll give you a live video stream accompanied by our radio call. And you can watch that on the Sandhills Express Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitter feeds as well. That'll be on Thursday night at Paul Brown Field.
And they have a game tonight, right? As far as
yeah, they're going to play tonight. Yeah, they host Imperial tonight.
And that doubleheader again. A doubleheader tonight.
Tonight, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're getting our chat box going here. Tia Myers says our 14U Spirit team got Spirit of the Sandhills second place division champions over the weekend. Congratulations. Also, a word from Sherry Taubenheim from Southern Ohio. Good morning, Sherry. Also, Steve Hornickel. Good morning, gentlemen. Scott Kalin reporting 7,500s at Westerville. So those are some of the chat box items that are coming in today. This Thursday will be another market in the square here in Broken Bow. And your chance to get some produce and some good things. We'll be talking about that a little bit more. And then the Thursday after the 4th will be Crazy Days. So that's coming up. And we're going to be promoting the music that's going to be played during Crazy Days in the park. Alex Winquest and his band of singers and players will be playing in the afternoon. And Ambition will be playing in the evening at the park a week from this Thursday, following the 4th of July weekend. And, of course, it'll be Crazy Days on that Thursday, on the 8th. So put that down. We want to get a big crowd down for that. And I think Jeremy might be working on some other things along the lines of promotion in the park for Crazy Days. What else? Got anything else on your mind?
No. Do I need to? I'm kind of bothered, but I'm not going to worry about it unless you're worried about it. We're Facebook Live. We have a screen here in the studio that shows both of us.
Yeah.
Do I need to button up some more on my polo shirt? Because I'm wearing a polo. I've got the bottom button buttoned, but I happen to look up on the screen and I'm showing a lot of skin for some reason. Are you comfortable with that, or do I need to go another button?
I wish you would.
Really?
I don't know how much
All
it
right.
shows up on the picture on the screen, but it sure bothers me.
Okay. All right. I'll button up one more.
Thank you.
That does look better.
That looks more professional.
Yeah. I just happened to see that on the screen. It was even bothering me.
Well, when you have it open like that, you know what you look like.
Well, it wouldn't look so bad if I had a little hair on my chest, but I have absolutely none. So, yeah.
You look when you have your shirt like that, you look like the guy sitting across the dance hall scoping for chicks.
Well, maybe I just better unbutton some more. Here.
Oh,
How
no,
about this?
no,
What if I do all three buttons?
Oh no, please.
What do you think about that?
Oh.
Woo!
That's worse than hot dog juice right there.
It's more comfortable.
Oh, it looks terrible.
Okay, I'll button back up.
Little music coming your way. Really enjoyed this one. I hope you do too. It's kind of the way people are thinking more so these days than years ago. Years ago, if you weren't married by the time you were 30, you were an old maid. I mean, talking way back.
Yeah.
And these days, it's not that way at all. So Kathleen Edwards is keeping her options open right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Call for your free quick quote today. 800-549-1985. 800-549-1985. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-549-1985.
8:23. Shannon is in the studio. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
I'm just so glad that Brent buttoned his shirt back up before he came in here. That would have been so embarrassing for you to see his little lily white chest with no hair on it.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess thank you. I mean,
okay, well, I'll just unbutton again.
Oh, God.
Let him be free, Dave. Let him be free.
But see, are you okay?
Doesn't look tacky.
It doesn't?
I don't
Are you
think
okay
so.
with
I'm
it?
fine.
Okay. Well,
Why
maybe
not?
I'll
It's
just
not that weird,
go
you know?
unbuttoned.
Looks like he just got off the boat.
It's summertime, Dave.
I was sitting here and I happened to see the picture of me up on the screen there since we're doing Facebook Live.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm showing a lot of skin this morning. And I'm like, maybe I need to button up. But
I think you
I'm
do.
more comfortable unbuttoned.
I think most people are.
Because I can't go any further with this. I'm going to get in trouble.
Are you uncomfortable, Dave? Would you like? I'll button back up.
I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like that. Why is it? I mean, I don't know. Guys can run around without shirts on, I guess. I just don't see the problem, I guess.
Well, you can until you're about 50.
Oh. Uh-oh, your time's just come up.
Yeah, well, I'm 50, so I guess it's time to button up.
Not something you really want to see, Shannon.
Just, you do you, Brent.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, we brought you in to just have a little report. You went to Sargent. I was kind of covered what was going on up in Anselmo. They had a beautiful weekend up there with all their activities, and you went to the Sargent Parade. How'd everything go in Sargent?
Good. It went good. It was fun. There were quite a few of us in the parade, and
Good.
they had the route was a little different, but they had it. It was really easy to follow, and there were a lot of people out. It was kind of spread out, so it was a little hard to tell, but it looked like there was quite a few out there. And then the park was full because we go around twice for the parade, and I noticed we stopped over at that Whoa and Go real quick before we left town. I was with Jackson, and the park was full of people, and music was about to get started. So
Great.
It was a beautiful day, too. It was perfect.
Yeah, the temperature couldn't have been better, you know, for this time of year. The way it's been,
definitely.
especially, you know, it's been 103. We're talking at Anselmo staging for the parade, you know, usually everybody says it's about 90 degrees about right now, you know.
Right.
So it was
You're
very,
usually
very nice.
around that park just sweating.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's great. I think Sargent put on a great show, and they had music and all the different things that we previewed the other day on the breakfast show. How'd the Jolly... I am impressed with the Jolly Ranchers, the candy throw out. The kids go crazy for
They
those.
do. It's so awesome.
Whose idea was it to throw out Jolly Ranchers candy?
Goodness.
Does anybody know?
Yes, I think it was yours.
Thank you.
It was, actually. And so
The man with the cleavage?
there's no cleavage there. People are envisioning this in their mind.
You're making people uncomfortable now.
Yes, actually, and grocery cart's been great. They hooked us up, and they do. They love it. I love throwing the Jolly Ranchers, and the kids, even some of like the older kids, are like Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, that's what I was
Makes me so happy.
And the adults, I said, "You want some candy?" He go, "No, no." And I said, "They're Jolly Ranchers." "Oh yeah, I'll take some."
Oh yes, I throw them to the adults too. I'm like, "You want some Jolly Ranchers?" And most of the time they say
do.
yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad they had a good weekend in Sargent and Callaway, and we'll find out a little more from Jeremy later on about Callaway. He was pretty excited when he called over. We were still in Anselmo, and he says, "Man, they had a turnout." We had a lot of kids at Anselmo. Did you have a lot of kids in Sargent?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you spit a pit?
I did not. That's
One of
I
these
don't
years
even
I'm
know.
going over and I'm gonna get into the pit spitting contest.
You know, there's a technique.
That-
Did you hear? And Jackie even gave us like tips. You can use BBs,
Well,
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, to practice. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, during the
There you go.
remote.
Get
It's going to
your
be
practice
embarrassing
on.
if you don't practice, because I've only tried it once. And
Have you done it?
yeah.
I've heard about that. I heard it did not. I've heard that there were kids that spit further than Dave.
Well, yeah. don't expect much out of me because I entered the milking contest at the fair a couple of years ago, and I believe when I was done, they were marking out all of the totals and everything, and R.P. Smith, who was emceeing the event, when he got to me, he just said there was a trace.
Oh, bummer.
So I'm not really good at competitions, but I have always had a desire to attempt anyway to spit a pit
I
at
don't
the
know if
pit
I'm good
spitting
at spitting
contest.
at all, much less like spitting. I don't know.
It's a lot different than you think it is. You think, well, I'll just spit it out, but you got to get the compression there and get your. It's a little different.
Jackie said you got to like roll your tongue. And
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. 60 feet, I think, is what hers was, and then the guy's was like 80 or something crazy like that.
That's amazing.
That's insane.
If I get a good wind behind me, maybe I'll have a shot.
I'm thinking there's some people out there saying if anybody has a chance of spitting it a long ways, it should be a sports guy, right?
Well, we do have a lot of hot air.
Well, I'm glad it went well, Shannon. Thanks for the update on that.
Thanks for going to Anselmo. We were all spread out. It was fun, though.
It was fun. Well, these communities are just fun, and I'm sure we'll find out a little bit more about Callaway. And we talked to Jeremy, and I hope the weather cooperated for the music in Callaway on Saturday night. I know they had a good show on Friday night, so it's all good, and more to come. 3 this weekend.
That's
coming
right.
up.
More coming.
We'll take a time.
The Cherry County Ag Society and Reckless Promotions presents the annual 4th of July Demolition Derby at the Cherry County Fairgrounds, Valentine, Nebraska. Several heats of action with added prize money, $10,000 total purse. The action begins at 6 p.m. on the 4th of July. Admission is $15 adults and $10 for kids. There's fun for all at the Cherry County Ag Society's Demo Derby at 6 p.m. on the 4th of July.
You know your farm or ranch needs protection for your home, buildings, equipment, and machinery. But do you wonder if these things are protected well enough? This is Chip with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, and we can provide the protection you need by choosing from several companies that have protected ag producers for over 100 years with outstanding products and exceptional claim service. To find out more, give Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency a call today at 308-836-2201.
at BruningBank.com or visit your nearest Bruning Bank location. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Ask Universal Insurance in Broken Bow if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, this is Steph at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow. We have many beautiful and spacious apartments available now and would love to visit with you. If you are thinking it's time for a more secure and safe environment for yourself or a loved one, we also have a wonderful dining room with a great kitchen staff and many activities available for our community members. Also, just unveiled is our new virtual tour at offbroadwayapartments.com. We have pictures available on Facebook as well. For more information, call 308-872-2522.
8:35, as promised, we were going to visit with Joyce with Runza, and Joyce is here. How you doing?
Doing very well, thank you.
Good. I have a question for you before we get into business. Well, it's kind of business related. We've been talking a lot about hot dogs today, and I know you got the big pig and all of that.
We do. We have the pigs on Wednesdays.
So, does it surprise you sometimes when people leave tips how much generosity sometimes there is out there? And I know you also have people that pay for the car behind them when they're going through the drive-thru.
Yeah, that's what we see is the people that pay for the car behind them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So a guy in New Hampshire left a $16,000 tip for a couple of hot dogs.
Wow.
And it wasn't a mistake. The tab was for $37.93. At first, the waitstaff didn't notice the act of kindness, so they didn't think much of it when the guy says, "Don't spend it all in one place." It wasn't until later they realized what he'd done, and the owner contacted the diner to be sure it wasn't a mistake. Sure enough, the hard workers were going to receive that tip split between them. Can you imagine
Fantastic. That's, yeah.
Ooh, that's
amazing. That's generosity.
That's a big tip.
That's a really big tip. Yes.
So let us know if you get one of those.
Okay, we will. You'll be the first to know.
Okay. Boy, what a weekend you had. I know that you mentioned off the air you were kind of spread out, right?
Yes, yeah. Yep. We had a real busy weekend at Runza. Thank you to everyone that was involved with the swim meet and also with the huge softball tournament. We were talking at home late last night. It takes an awful lot of people to run something like that, and there were people still out there working those fields after the games, of course. We left out there about 11 o'clock last night, and there was still a lot of people working.
Oh, good grief.
Yes.
Well, and then having the rain come in adds to that, too.
Right. They had some delays, and that brings other problems with it. So, yes, definitely.
I don't know what it would be, but the economic impact of something like that is...
It has to be huge.
Yeah.
It has to be huge. I know the campgrounds were full.
Yeah.
And there were people camping up at all around Melham.
Yeah.
Besides the other campgrounds in town.
I'd never seen that many people and campers up there.
Yes. Yeah. It was amazing.
So you had the shaved ice up there as well?
Yep. We had the shaved ice up at the swim meet, and then of course things going full tilt at Runza.
Yeah. Fairgrounds was busy. And
yes, a lot going on.
So, what do you got on your mind?
Well, I wanted to talk about the Runza app. If you haven't downloaded that app at the App Store, or you can scan the QR code when you're at Runza, you need to get that downloaded because with every purchase you earn loyalty points, and those points then can be redeemed for free food. Also, when you download the app and get registered, then the next time you come in, right below the QR code that we scan every time you come, there'll be a little box that you check, and that will tell us to redeem your first $5. So you'll get $5 off your first meal after you've downloaded that app. If you need help, just ask us.
Okay.
Then every time you come, you just pull up the QR code, your app, and we scan it, and those loyalty points go into your account. On your birthday, you also get a free combo meal, and there'll be other things along the way.
Okay, that's a multi-positive.
It is, yes. And once you get used to it, it's really not that hard. It sounds complicated when you talk about it, but and also, the joy of that app is then you can order ahead and we have a special designated spot in the restaurant. So you order ahead, it gives you times to pick, and then your food is there sitting, waiting with your cups. You don't even have to talk to us if you don't want to. You pick up your cups, you pick up your food, and away you go.
Nice addition to services there. But honestly, just even going through the line in your automobile or walking in, you guys do a phenomenal job of preparing the food, making sure it's hot and fresh when you get it, and it doesn't take all that long. I don't know how you do it.
Thank you. Well, it's crazy, let me tell you. We were talking the other day about you have to be somebody that likes adrenaline rushes in short amounts, because it's an adrenaline rush over the noon hour. Everybody's pushing, and then it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they wind down from that? I went through yesterday, picked up a couple of sundaes, went up for like to take one up to Mom when I go up there. And is it Lizzie? I think was working.
Yes.
Wonderful young lady, very friendly.
Yes.
And at that particular time when I went through, it was not as busy as it probably had been, and she was still kind of wound up. You know, I wonder how you get
unwound.
Slowed down.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Well, she was very nice.
She's a worker and a hard worker and a fast mover, and she knows what needs to be done when you're not taking care of customers, and she's all over the place getting those jobs done. So.
Well, that's something that a lot of us don't think about. I think we are smart enough to know that you just don't have that food and all the drinks and the sundaes and the ice cream and all of the things you offer sitting there waiting for you to
bag up,
bag it up. There's a lot of prep involved.
There's a lot of prep, and there's a lot of refilling, and there's a whole lot of prep at Runza. That's I think what surprised us the most when we first got involved with Runza. We thought those Runzas probably would just come to us frozen and we'd thaw them and bake them. And as you know from visiting there, that's not the case.
No.
Those Runzas are made homemade every morning. That dough is made and filled, and they're baked throughout the day. Same with the hamburgers. It's pattied. Onion rings are taken out of a bag and sliced and cleaned and breaded. So there's a whole lot of prep at Runza.
And the hamburger is all fresh, never
all
frozen.
Fresh, never frozen. Yeah. So a lot of labor involved in the homemade side of that, definitely. And just while we're talking about Lizzie and our help, as you know, it's no secret everybody in town is trying to hire. But something I did want to mention. I was talking to another restaurant owner last night, actually, up at the softball tournament, and right now we're very grateful that we are able to hire 14 and 15-year-olds, and actually those are the ones, at least in this community, that are stepping up to the plate and helping all of us out. It's amazing. I think, we have 5 or 6 14, 15-year-olds. But along with that comes a whole lot of labor restrictions, different in the summer than during the school year. But where that leads me to is, because we were both talking about it, I guess we ask for patience and grace with these young people as they're learning. I've seen customers get so impatient with them, and these are still just kids, and it's their first entry into the job market and into having a job, and we all know they have a lot to learn, but they're fast learners and they try hard, but they've never had a job before. This is all new to them.
Yeah,
and we're so grateful for them because they have really stepped up and helped all of us out by entering the job market.
Well, you're certainly not I'm way older than you, but you remember when school was out, then you went and got a summer job.
Yes.
And as the kids get older, they actually seems like they can work a little less because they might have weights, they might have these summer camps.
Kinds of camps. Yes.
And none of that was really part of the world
it wasn't.
then. You went and got a job.
Yes.
And now kids have a hard time. Like a lot of them would like to work, but
they can't.
Yeah. So that younger segment,
segment is really saving our bacon right now. They really are. But along with that comes a whole lot of training, and we're all working hard to do that. But they have a lot to learn, and just please give them some patience and some grace as they enter the work world.
Joyce, as long as they are trying. And they want to learn, and they'll make a few mistakes. But as long as they're trying and they're excited about it and they're friendly to the people, they'll get there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went through it wasn't a restaurant. It was a different type of business the other day. And after I purchased the products I wanted, I thought to myself, I don't know why that guy is working this job, because it's clear he hates it.
Oh, yes,
It's clear he's just going through the motions.
Yeah.
He actually got to the car and figured out this gentleman had double charged me for an item.
Uh-huh.
So no big deal.
Yeah.
They scanned it. It might have double scanned.
Double scanned. Yep. Uh-huh.
Go back in, and I walked up to him. I said, I think you charged me twice for this one item. He looked at it, and he goes, well, yeah, you need to go see customer service.
Thanks.
I go, okay. All right. So doesn't matter what age, they just have to want to
be
do
there.
a good job and like
Absolutely.
it, right?
Exactly. Yep. And we want them to like it. And if they don't like it, they don't know, because they haven't had another job before, and that's okay. I mean,
yeah,
we all have things we like and don't like.
We do. And having a couple of sons who worked in the food business when they were in school, they have memories that they still talk about. And then also you'll have young men and women out there that start at Arunza, and that's a job for them in college.
Yes,
and maybe all the way through their educational time period.
Exactly.
They can do those kinds of jobs.
Yes. We still have adults now come back and talk and share with us that first worked with us when we were with Pizza Hut here 38 years ago.
Wow.
And we laugh and have good memories with those people. But it is a great, I kid about it being boot camp, but it's a great learning experience for life if you can serve the public.
Yeah,
because it's
challenge.
not always easy. Yeah, it is. Moving on, wanted to mention for our friends that live to the north of here up in the Sandhills and go the Ainsworth direction, this Thursday will be the day of Runzas at Red and White Market in Ainsworth. We do that the first Thursday of every month, and that will be coming up right ahead of the 4th of July, the way the calendar falls this year.
Now, I have to ask you this, because I know you just love to work. So do you still have a fireworks stand up there?
We do, yes, and I was scheduled to go up there later Thursday this week, and I said to Kevin, I might as well go the early Thursday and do the grocery store Runzas and save him a trip. So, yes, we have a family. This is our 64th year as a family, into our 4th generation.
64th?
64th of having a fireworks stand in Ainsworth. My folks started it when my sister was very, very young, and before I was even around, and it's been in our family ever since.
Oh, wow. Neat.
Yeah, so... yeah, just one more thing to throw in the iron to throw in the fire.
If you're up that way, stop in. What's it called?
It's S&J Fireworks right across from Red and White Market where we do the Runzas. Yep, fireworks stand right there on Highway 20. It's actually a fairly large stand, very large, in fact. So, been there a lot of years, and it's growing every year. So, wanted to mention on July 4th at Runza here in Broken Bow, we'll be closing at 4 o'clock that day.
Okay.
So... come see us before 4 on the 4th of July. And wanted to mention, too, if you remember back almost a year and a half ago, the Custer Economic Development did the 4-county cash back. Technically, that is scheduled, that money that you purchased and got and so forth is scheduled. Certificates are scheduled to expire June 30th, which is right around the corner. So if you have some of those tucked away somewhere...
Yep.
better be digging them out. It'll be up to, I suppose, each business as to whether or not they honor those after the June 30th. We will at Runza. But just remember, it's easy to buy those things and stick them away and not get them finished up. So I had a little bit left on one that I finished up this last week. So
Joan and I were talking, and we have several that I just told Joan, just think of it as a donation, because I don't think we're going to get to the different places if they end at June 30th, and they've told us they're going to, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Most places probably will continue, but yeah. So anyway, just remember those. Remember also, we have the band cards that people buy and tuck away, and ours is a free ice cream cone or dish with the purchase of a combo meal. So remember those if they're in your billfold. It's easy to buy those, and you might as well get that free ice cream when you get that combo meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to remind you folks, when you order those sundaes, it's not butterscotch, it's caramel.
Oh, yes, it's caramel. I thought you got chocolate, though.
Well, when I go see Mom, I just get a couple caramels.
Oh, okay.
But I always call it butterscotch, and
yes,
she was very nice about it.
I see. It's caramel.
It's caramel.
Yeah.
At your place, it's caramel.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And for some people, there's a difference. I mean,
Really?
Yeah.
I can't really tell, but
I can't either. But yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's everything. Remember, if you're looking for work, we're still looking for help.
Yeah, you don't
Starting
have
to
you
think
don't
about
have to
this-
be a teenager. To
No,
work
you don't
there.
have to be 14 or 15 to work there. So starting to look towards school starting and how we'll be positioned for that and getting our team built up for that time. So come talk to us.
And you mentioned the rules are different in the summer than during the school year for the younger ones.
Yes, and that makes it harder to be able to use them. They have to be out of there so much earlier in the evening that when you're a restaurant, it's pretty hard to use them because they have to leave during your supper rush.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Plus
I think
cleanup and-
I think they during the school year, I think the 14 and 15-year-olds have to be off the clock before 7 o'clock in the evening, and so we always have them off 15 minutes early because those are federal labor laws that you never want to go a minute over.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, stop into Runza. They're open 7 days a week. They will be closing on 4th of July on Sunday at 4.
At 4.
All
Yep.
right. Thanks, Joyce.
Thank you.
Your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, Barney Health Mart, is so excited for the 4th of July. You have to go check out their stock of patriotic items for the holiday, like garden and house flags, mailbox covers, plus the accessories you need to display them, like stake, poles, and brackets. Of course, they have American flags too. Visit Barney Health Mart in downtown Broken Bow.
Caring for you and about you. Barney Health Mart.
Summer annual forages from Arrow Seed give us more grazing days, more tons per acre, better digestibility and palatability. And with the investment I have in my cattle, I just can't see cutting corners on forage. What goes in the ground ends up in my animals. Better forage starts with better seed. Arrow Seed.
Discover how Arrow Seed can put your forages in step with the rest of your high-performance operation. Visit with your local Arrow Seed dealer or learn more at arrowseed.com. Arrow Seed. First in forage.
Don't miss the fun of the Dawson County Fair. Saturday the 17th, the barbecue feed will be going on from 5:30 until 7:30 in the beer garden, open to the public. A rodeo at 8 will follow Saturday before Ragland takes the stage to play their Red Dirt music in the beer garden after the rodeo. The carnival starts Wednesday the 14th and will be going on each day through the 18th. Sunday, new this year, a ranch rodeo at the Dawson County Arena. View the full schedule of fun at DawsonCountyFair.com.
Tailgating? This is your reminder to not settle for second best on sprinklers. Update your sprinkler packages today for install before service season. For all this and more, call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
68 degrees outside here at Broken Bow. Thank you, Custer Electric and Irrigation, for being part of the breakfast show this morning. Appreciate it very much. Well, let's see. Christy's on that line. Mm-hmm. Copperhead Road.
Hello?
Yeah, Jeremy, this is the breakfast show. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. We can just continue this conversation, or would you like to come in the studio and give us a little overview of the Callaway parade and that sort of thing that you went to?
Oh, yeah, I can pop in there.
Pop on over.
All right.
Thanks. Bye. That worked pretty slick, the old intercom there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay. Broken Bow Lions Club fireworks stand is open and going, and if you are hearing fireworks in your neighborhood, there's a good chance some of them, at least some of them, came from the Broken Bow Lions Club. And that's good because proceeds that they make from this will go to some worthy causes.
Yes. Okay, now the sheet here says, first off, we got the big flyer.
Yes.
Okay, the Kaboomers flyer for the Broken Bow Lions Club. It says, pick and choose a couple of fireworks off the brochure and talk about them.
We can do that.
So which ones do you want to talk about?
Do they have any black snakes?
I don't know.
Do they make those anymore?
Oh, surely they do. Love the black snakes.
Yeah.
Where you just a tiny little black thing, you put it on fire, and the next thing you know, it just
comes out.
Grows. Oh, Jeremy, here we go. I'm glad Jeremy's coming in here because he was
can
at
help.
the fireworks booth on Friday.
He was
talking to the Lions Club. Hi, Jeremy.
Hello.
Okay, we got a live read here for Broken Bow Lions Club fireworks stand.
Oh, right.
Right there at the Pleasure Lanes parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right off the highway. It says, pick and choose a couple of fireworks off the brochure and talk about them. Do you have a couple you want to talk about?
Not specifically.
Okay.
I usually kind of figure it out when I get there.
Okay. Now, I heard Don talking about artillery shells. They got plenty of those.
They've got a whole section in the back. If you go in their main door, just turn to the right, and they've got some. They're still up to quadruple breaks. So if they shoot up in the air, and then there's 4 bursts that come out of one
nice.
shell. So they've got plenty of those, and then they've got they've got boxes down to $7 for 6 artillery shot shells, and then it's just like anything else. That you got the Cadillacs in there as well that are plenty big. So they've got some cool ones.
The grandkids like kind of the smaller stuff, you know. I'm going to talk about this one. I have no idea what it does, but it's called Smelly Ellie.
Yeah, I've never.
And
heard of that one.
it's got a picture of a pink elephant on the box, just $1.75, and I'm guessing that when you light it, it
That's a smoke
makes
bomb.
a sound, and it maybe smells or something.
Smelly smoke.
Yeah, could be. So check it out, the Smelly Ellie. You can find it at Kaboomers, Broken Bow Lions Club fireworks stand, right there at Pleasure Lanes parking lot. It's open now and will continue open through the evening of the 4th of July, or, as they kind of mentioned on Friday, as long as supplies last. So if you want a good selection, get in there today.
All right.
Oh, and better emphasize this, too. When you buy your fireworks at the Lion Club stand, remember 20% of the profits go to the Broken Bow Volunteer Fire Department to help put on the 4th of July fireworks show here in Broken Bow.
All right. Thank you, Brent. Jeremy, you traveled over to the Pioneer Picnic on Saturday and took part in the parade.
Mm-hmm.
I did talk to you on the phone on Saturday, and it sounded like they had a great turnout.
Yeah, really good turnout. They had plenty of folks right there on Main Street taking everything in, and lots of kids picking up candy. I saw several grocery store bags 3/4 of the way full. So
watch out.
Yeah, and threw out some Jolly Ranchers and had some fun. It was a great theme. Saw a couple of reunion classes that were back there because of 2021. The class of 71 from Callaway was there, and the class of 81 was there. And they both had a great turnout. And as I understand it from I heard over the loudspeakers, the class of 1971 from Callaway was all there in attendance, and all of them are still alive and kicking.
Well, the whole class was there.
The whole class was there, though.
That is neat.
So they were pretty proud of that. So
they should be.
The Callaway class of 71 was all there and all up on the float, so that was cool. And I was driving behind the class of 81, and they were having too much fun. So that was entertaining to watch for the entire parade.
Well, see, the 81 would be in their early 60s, right? And 71 would be latter 60s. So there's a transition period there where, as far as celebration goes, it does calm down.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. And I stopped over and saw the car show on my way out and talked to a couple folks over there. Didn't have a chance. RT Green was over there with his Corvette. He was talking to folks, but I checked out his Corvette that runs in the Sand Hills Open Road Challenge, and they have 47 cars, according to one gentleman I talked to in that car show. So the park was full of cool-looking cars.
Nice. And they were shooting for somewhere near 50, so they got that done. And I know some folks from the Anselmo celebration were going to drive over to check out the cars in the park, and that was kind of cool this weekend. You could go from festival to festival depending on what you wanted to see and do. So that's good.
Yep.
And they had, as far as we know, good weather for their Saturday night music.
Yeah, my father-in-law went over there to catch Graham Nancaro. I was busy, but I was very jealous. He said, well, of the first 10 songs he played, 8 of them were Johnny Cash, so he was more than thrilled.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and he said, someone said, play one piece at a time, which is my favorite Johnny Cash song of all time. And Graham said, oh, I don't know that one too well. And the drummer said, well, I know it. So they put a microphone over by the drummer, and they played it. So
nice.
He said it was great.
Good show then. Jim Rice Band on Friday night that was brought in from Shotgun Annie's and that shared the beer garden, which I think was a phenomenal idea. So they got it going on, and glad it went well. And weather for the most part cooperated this weekend.
Yeah, off and on, about everywhere. It was weird, just little
spots.
Dots. I'd looked at the on Sunday when we had that really heavy downpour here in Broken Bow. I pulled up the radar on my phone. There wasn't anything going on in the whole state of Nebraska, but there was just a little dot right on Broken Bow.
Well, it was so weird how it started thundering, straight up. And, but we did get some moisture out of it here and there. Hopefully you folks out there got something. I know Anselmo got a half-inch Friday night, nothing here. So, yeah. All right, well, that's great. Now we'll look forward to this weekend. We have Sumner, we have Myrna, and we have Comstock.
Yep, those 4th of July weekend ones.
Yeah, so plenty to do here in the area. No reason to drive very far away.
Yep,
check them out. Comstock's known for its activities on the 4th of July, and Myrna has a great celebration, Heritage Days. And Sumner has a great rodeo and parade, and they are excited to get back full steam. They kind of modified things last year. We went down and talked to them. Tubbs Pub, always a big part of things down there.
Yeah.
So,
and it looks like another thing to remember, I saw that they're getting ready for the races again this weekend at Dawson County Raceway. They're going to have races on the 4th of July itself. And with all of the rain that was happening this past weekend, they really had to work hard to get races going. And I saw a post, I think it was put up on their Facebook, probably by Chad, at 2 a.m. This morning, that said, thank you to everyone for working hard. It was a lot of work, but we got the races done. So I don't know if that was, after he finally was closing up. Well, where he posts that from, I don't know. Whether he's all the way home in bed by that point or if he's just locking the gate. Either way, to stay up till 2 a.m. on a Sunday night, you really know the passion of that guy trying to put on some races.
He and his compadres, they are dedicated. And, kind of feel for him because this summer has been dry. but it's
Yeah.
just hit the wrong times for them. They got to be scratching their head. You know, it's dry out there. We're not getting any rain to speak of, but the little rains we're getting are just at the wrong time for the races.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Fridays and Saturdays hurt them the most because
Yeah.
they can't get things dried out.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Jeremy. We'll take a time out, continue with these words.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
Happy 4th of July from your home-owned shoe store, Bo Bootery. In honor of Independence Day, they have marked sandals and flip-flops at 25% off. They have amazingly comfortable brands like Clark's, Bourne, Merrill, Teva, Viking, and more. Plus, they have styles for all members of the family. Happy 4th of July. Celebrate with 25% off at Bo Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow. They wish you a safe and exciting holiday weekend.
On our first date, we had masks on and kept 6 feet apart. Now, we're a lot closer.
Just like Cliff and Deb, thousands of singles over 50 found their perfect match on Silver Singles last year.
I feel like I'm 20 years old again, and I'm pretty sure she feels the same way.
Rediscover the magic of dating with Silver Singles, the exclusive community for singles over 50. Sign up today and receive daily matches you won't want to miss at silversingles.com/radio. silversingles.com/radio.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Mortgage and Rocket Companies. Last year, we saw historically low mortgage interest rates. What you may not know is that interest rates are already starting to increase, and it's likely that trend is only going to continue. Our team of experts is standing by to help you save before rates go up. Don't look back and wish that you had taken action. Call 833-8ROCKET or visit rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 30.
Steve about opportunities at the GK Deli and other GK positions. This is a great summer and school-time job for those as low as age 16 and 17. Get paid for serving customers with a smile and doing some cleaning duties. Easy money. If you are 18 or over, you can perform all duties in the deli. Afternoon and evening hours are available too at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Apply today.
Have an awesome salsa you're proud of? Bring it to the Dawson County Fair Salsa Competition Friday, July 16th for the first annual salsa contest. Cash prizes will be given for the hottest, best flavor, and people's choice. Pre-registration is not required, but is strongly encouraged. Email DawsonFairgrounds@gmail.com to register for just a $15 entry fee. Want to go taste? Tasting is open to the public. The first annual salsa competition, July 16th at the Dawson County Fairgrounds. Register at DawsonFairgrounds@gmail.com.
Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow, specialized memory support assisted living. They believe an active life is a nurturing experience. Call 872-6387 or stop in for a tour soon, or visit them at QualitySeniorVillages.com.
Take control of your tarp and upgrade your manual tarp system to electric with a Rolltech electric tarp conversion by AgriCover Inc. Save time and increase productivity by tarping on the go. This system operates with the convenient push of a button, keeping your driver inside the cab and out of dust, rain, and harm's way. Upgrade your existing tarp to electric today to stay protected, clean, and on schedule. For more information or to find a dealer near you, call 1-800-233-4655 or visit RolltechElectric.com.
9:22 is your time. We're going to do some live reads. We're going to enlighten you with lots of information. I promise. I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
Naked bike ride.
Well, okay. It's a naked bike ride.
But you must wear a mask. That's right.
Okay.
You don't need shirts, pants, or even underwear, but for this year's annual Naked Bike Run in Philadelphia, you do need to wear a mask. Last year's annual nude ride was canceled because of COVID, but it's happening this year, and it's all in its naked glory and sweatiness and goodness. It's a nearly 10-mile ride around the city, past the Liberty Bell and City Hall, to promote cycling, reduce fuel usage, and body positivity. On the group's Instagram page, it says, August 28th, say yes to masks, no to bras. Here's a live read from Brent Apperson.
I don't know how you follow that. Got to wear a mask, though.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, I think we just ran the advertisement. You may have heard it just a second ago, but they're bringing something new to the 2021 Dawson County Fair, and that is a salsa competition. Bring your best homemade salsa to the fairgrounds for the first annual salsa contest. Now, the contest itself is going to be on Friday, July 16th at the Dawson County Fairgrounds, but they are encouraging you to pre-register. And here's the rules. You must bring red or green salsa. Those are the two categories, but you can enter in both. The salsa must be homemade and made from scratch, must be made in advance, and each entry required to submit a list of ingredients to the judges. Each entry needs to be entered under the name of the person who made it. There's up to 2 entries per person, and each participant must submit at least a gallon of salsa per entry. So if you want to take part in the salsa competition, you can get pre-registered, and you can do that by calling 308-324-3600, and you can also email your registration to DawsonFairgrounds@gmail.com. Entry fee is $15. Awards going out to the hottest, the best flavor, and the people's choice. The day of the contest, again, is set for Friday, July 16th. It'll be at the Dawson County Fairgrounds as part of the 2021 Dawson County Fair. And again, to register, email DawsonFairgrounds@gmail.com or call 308-324-3600.
All right, forgot one birthday. John Cusack's birthday is today. He's 55 years old, known for his roles in Serendipity and Being John Malkovich. You remember him?
I'm trying to put a name with the face. Oh,
he's been in a lot of other things.
Yeah, he was in, how old is he now?
55.
Okay. He was in when I was in high school. It was kind of a popular movie. What is it? Was Better Off Dead or something like that?
That's where he put his boombox on his shoulder and sang to his girlfriend in the window.
Yeah, I think maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also looked like my cousin, Jim Miller.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh.
All right. Blood tests. This is kind of cool.
Yes.
Blood tests can now screen for 50 types of cancer even before symptoms. This is under science and technology. There's a new blood test that can now detect 50 types of cancer beforehand. The test looks for tumor DNA in blood and then analyzes it to determine what kind of cancer it might be. Results are usually available in about 10 days. You'll need a prescription to get one, and they say it works best on people who are 50 or older, so you're in. That's amazing if that works. That's outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's also International Caps Day.
Caps Day.
You know when you're on your computer and you look up and you're capitalizing letters?
Yes, the caps lock button is on.
That's right. Today's the day you just leave it on.
Oh, good.
Because it's Caps Lock Day. It pokes fun at all those annoying people that think it's fine to type in all caps, even when they're not shouting at you through a text. It is rude to text and type in all caps. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I do now.
It means that it's like you're shouting at the person when you put it on.
Like you're angry.
Yes.
Maybe.
But for us old radio guys that been around for a long time, all of our ad copy was in caps.
Yes.
And double spaced.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they'd still do that.
Yeah.
But for you folks who look up and go, oh, I got the cap up. Well, just leave it on today.
Okay.
All right.
So it's okay to leave the caps lock button on.
Yep, today.
Your computer today.
You can do
or
it.
to text in all caps.
Yeah. How you doing? Cap.
What's up?
Leave me alone. It's things like that.
Yeah. Hey, Dave.
Yes, Brent.
Sergeant Irrigation in Broken Bow is accepting applications for full-time employment. By the way, as I read this to you, it's in all caps, and it's easy to read.
Excellent.
Yeah. They are proud to offer competitive wages, holiday and vacation pay, health insurance, life insurance, disability, and a 401k. Sergeant Irrigation is an equal opportunity employer, and to apply, you can just show up in person at their office on South Highway 21 in Broken Bow, or call 308-872-6451. Join them at Sergeant Irrigation in Broken Bow. Get your application in for full-time employment. Again, the number to call is 872-6451.
All right. The Custer County Foundation Board of Directors are celebrating 30 years of service to the community, and they have the Giving Campaign celebration, a great way to give back. Give for Custer County. The board has committed $30,000 for matching pool to be passed out proportionally among the participating nonprofit organizations. And the board would like to thank Arrow Seed, Becton Dickinson, Palmer Monument, Sergeant Irrigation, and Thomas Livestock for donating to the matching pool and incentive prizes for a total of $50,000. And you can drop by the office right now and make your donation. It will be matched. And then later on in July, donations will be accepted online. July 15th, they'll begin that for you. If you have any questions, give them a call at 872-2232.
When it comes to having your hearing checked, you can do it right here in Broken Bow. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience. We encourage you to give her a call today and set up an appointment at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. The phone number is 308-384-3852. Offering some specials at this moment. Receive a $500 discount for buying local, and she's offering a $1,500 stimulus special. No need to travel outside of town. Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow. And the neat thing is when you deal with Roxanne, you're going to get that good quality follow-up local service. So to make your appointment today, give them a call at 308-384-3852. And when you call to schedule, make sure you mention that you heard this information on the radio, because you could receive a $50 coupon towards a purchase or chamber bucks. That's at Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
Thank you, Brent. I heard you loud and clear, but certainly sometimes I notice that my wife and I have to say, huh? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Do you ever find yourself saying, huh, even though you did hear what was said?
I hope not.
I'm finding myself doing that.
Well,
Shelley will say something, I'll go, huh? And then I'm like, I heard what she said.
I
but
bet that's
for some reason I
aggravating.
say, huh?
I think you better get that fixed. I think that could be problematic. Shelley, how do you feel about that? Gavin Higgins is here. Higgy Babies in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. I can't agree. Actually, I've done that before, Brent. Said, huh? It's like your body said, you heard it.
It's
your
like a
body says, I
reflex
didn't
or
hear it.
something.
Yeah. But then your brain's like, wait, what are you doing? You know exactly what
Yeah.
was just said. So
Yeah.
I know I've done that plenty of times. But
I don't feel so bad now.
No, it's not an age thing, I promise.
Oh, thanks.
Boy.
I just want to jump in the studio real quick. The city of Broken Bow is painting a bunch of the crosswalk lines, and so there is a boatload of orange cones all over the place. They're only maybe a foot and a half tall, so they're kind of easy to miss. So I just want to make sure that people who are listening and maybe driving around pay attention. I saw a couple of vehicles hit some this morning, and if those get lodged up in your tires, it can cause some damage, especially with all the plastic that's in vehicles. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're traveling around to kind of pay attention. And obviously there's someone painting, so there is someone out there. So obviously pay really close attention. You'd hate for a severe accident to take place. So just kind of keep an eye on as you're traveling around the city or around the area. If you're just coming maybe into our coverage area and you're coming through Broken Bow, just kind of keep an eye out.
All right, very good. Also, a reminder, as long as we're talking about that sort of thing, Matt came up from south here last week from the Lexington area. Still road construction between Lex and Oconto, and he said there was a lot of one-way traffic things going on there. And then up Highway 2 towards Halsey, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think I did the story. The press release was a little deceiving, I'm not going to lie, because it said inside city limits, but when I drove it, I mean, it's well outside city limits. It's like 4 or 5 miles each way. So the road construction is not just in Halsey. So if you're in that area, kind of pay attention, because that's the way I kind of read the press release, is it said inside the city, but that's not quite true. So, but there's lots of road construction going on. It's road construction season, basically, in Nebraska, and I think there's road construction about in every town somewhere, it feels like. So,
It does.
So
All right.
do keep that in mind.
Thank you, Higgy Baby.
You bet.
One doctor says he's come up with a device. If you have hiccups that you can't stop, he can fix it for you. I don't know if you guys have that problem. Very seldom have hiccups that last very long, but some people get them and they can't get rid of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
One doctor says the cure for hiccups has been solved. It's a simple straw. But
Just
apparently,
a straw.
well, it's got a little modification to it.
Oh.
Apparently, based on the design, if you drink some water with it, it will instantly get rid of your hiccups. It's called Hickaway. That's right, Hickaway, and it's only $15. A promo video for the product explains how to
Drink water through a straw?
Well, there's 2 unique holes in the straw.
Oh.
To help get rid of those annoying hiccups by lowering your diaphragm.
Huh.
Interesting.
Just in. That's right. Hickaway.
$15 straw. What are we doing?
It's got 2 holes in it. Costs a lot of money to modify that straw. What else you have for us?
Well, let's see. What do I have? How about some more job opportunities?
Okay.
We have several through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership to remind you about. They're still looking for an Early Childhood Programs Center assistant in Broken Bow. This is a full-time position, starting wage $11.36 per hour. You would be helping in the center cooking and cleaning for children ages up to 3 and assist the teacher with daily activities and plan activities as well. Also, they are looking for a Loop City WIC RN or RD coordinator. This, too, is a full-time position with a starting wage of over $42,000 per year, depending on your qualifications. You would have to comply with state and federal WIC and immunization program guidelines and coordinate clinic sites while providing immunization screening assistance. And also, CNCAP has an opening for Broken Bow Early Head Start Home Visitor. You would provide assistance and support to families enrolled in the program, build and strengthen partnerships within the community, and complete paperwork and enter family child data into their database. To check out all of the benefits and qualifications for these job positions, you can log on to sandhillsexpress.com and go to the employment page. To apply, you can contact CNCAP at this phone number, 308-745-0780. You can also apply online by going to their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com.
Gavin?
Yes?
I don't know if you are aware of this or not, but this is something I bet your wife knows about.
Oh, Lord.
You should be aware. This is Please Take My Children to Work Day.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
I wish I'd have known that.
Yeah.
I'd have brought my girls with me.
Well, we'd love to see them. Give your exhausted stay-at-home partner a break by dragging the kids to work with you. All she wants to do, Higgy baby, is go to the bathroom without being interrupted. The day was invented in 2003 by a stay-at-home mom who thought it was time homemakers got a day off from the kids. So this is Please Take My Children to Work Day.
Who loses in that situation, though? Because, I mean, like, I'd love to bring my kids to work. It'd be great. My work would suffer horribly, and I think everyone else's too.
Well, I know it would be a busier place.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Two little gals. What else you have for us, Brent?
One more thing.
All right.
Don't forget about this great care facility in Broken Bow called Quality Senior Villages, a great care facility that specializes in care for those going through Alzheimer's and related dementia. To find out more about the services that they offer within their facility and outside the facility as well, call them at 872-6387, 872-6387, Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow.
Now, I think these days we might have a bit of an exception here in the studio right now. Gavin is in the studio. Brent's here. Yours truly. Does anybody in this room have a piercing, a body piercing?
No.
That's kind of a personal question, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is. But I'm just asking.
No.
Okay.
Not me.
Now, Emily has some piercings. Shannon certainly does. I believe Christy might, although I don't know. I didn't ride in a car with her last week. I left her here.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling like I'm going to go to my island for the rest of this segment.
Does Kristen have pierced ears? I think she does. Does Jeremy have pierced ears?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Does he have a piercing of any kind? Do you know?
I don't know. You would have to ask him. Again, I say that's an awfully personal question.
Well, it's
in my
International
opinion.
Body Piercing Day.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
A salute to all those with some metal sticking out of their nose or ears or elsewhere. Life isn't always easy for them, especially around fish net or metal detectors. The oldest known evidence.
I didn't think about the metal detector thing.
Honestly, I didn't think about the fishnet part.
Some of the people have so much in their ears, I think they would set off a alarm. It's just become so popular. It used to be, kind of rare, but it's an everyday deal now. The oldest known evidence of body piercings was a 5,000-year-old mummy discovered in Austrian glacier, whose ears were pierced with animal bones.
Interesting.
It's believed that ancient civilizations thought piercings brought magical powers.
Oh.
And I think Shannon still believes that. We'll take a quick time out.
July 10th, save the date for a fun time all day and all night long at Bands and Brews in Cozad. There's a rock and roll run, a bingo bonanza, and downtown vendors and specials. In the park, you'll see crafts and vendors, the Triple B Car Show, and Kids Olympics. Live music in downtown Cozad starts at 6 with Heather Willman, followed by the DJ Bridwell Band, and headlining is Resurrection, a Journey tribute band. Tickets are available at the Cozad Chamber or OuthouseTickets.com.
Happy 4th of July from the Grocery Cart. Their shelves are packed full with these deals and many more. 85% lean ground round in a 10-pound tube is $3.68 a pound. Or pick up bone-in baby back St. Louis pork ribs for $4.48 a pound. All varieties of Johnsonville brats or Italian sausage are $3.98. Ballpark meat franks are 4 for $5. Red ripe whole seedless watermelons are $3.98 each. Sweet corn is a must, and right now they are 10 ears for $3. Grocery Cart on East Highway 2 wishes you a great 4th of July.
Every time the back door closes, it squeaks and reminds me of how I used to go out back for a cigarette 2-3 times a day when I was stressed, when I was hungry, when I was bored. But then I think of how the stale taste lingered in my mouth, and I reach into my purse and pop a stick of gum. And the craving is gone.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You didn't make it where you are today by simply making do. Status quo, not on your farm. You work harder and smarter because numbers mean everything. You demand more from your equipment. Greater throughput, leading efficiency, intuitive technology. When your bottom line is the top priority, one brand delivers the numbers you deserve. Brighter Solutions, built by Kloss. From the moment the first seed is in the ground, your days until harvest are numbered. Each day, every decision leads to your bottom line. So when it comes to harvest, rely on the only combine built to deliver the numbers you deserve. The Kloss Lexion gives you the quality, efficiency, reliability, and precision that make every minute count. Go ahead, let the numbers drive you with a Lexion Combine built by Kloss.
All right, we're going to end the show with a true story. True stories are always the best. It's kind of a cool story. It happened on the way home from Loop City on Saturday afternoon.
So this is a true story that happened to you?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's so neat. But it's also a reminder. We were talking about roads having construction and so forth. This time of year, you might run into a doe with a little fawn out on the highway, crossing the highway. That's what I looked. You know how hilly it is between Ansley and Loop City, and I was coming back, and I could see what I thought was a deer on the next hill up. And then I could see another little something on the road, and I thought, I bet that's a little fawn. And so I fortunately slowed way down because I thought maybe there would be some more deer coming across. You know how that goes.
Sure.
And I got closer, and there was a fawn right in the middle of the road, and the little guy just started heading right towards me at a dead run, and I was stopped, and I thought, oh my God, that little thing's going to run right into the front of the car, and then he veered and went to the opposite side of the road. So then when I drove up a little ways, I saw the doe and a fawn they got across. So she had twins. And so here was the doe with two little twins, which you don't get to see very often, and they were just really cool, had the spots and the whole works. So it was kind of a scary thing because I thought that little fawn was going to run right into the grill of the car and veered away. I just hoping that Mom went back and got the other little one that was with her. But I don't know that I've ever had the privilege of seeing twins before. So it's pretty cool, but I hope they got across the highway. But just a warning, it's that time of year where Mom's out there with them, the little ones. And these weren't really very big, so I don't know when they start having their little deer, but they're out there, so watch for them. And I also saw another doe earlier on the move, so it might be, you always got to be careful of deer. As you know, you drive a lot.
Yep. Good reminder.
Wish I would have got some pictures of those little guys. So adorable little things. Of course, then they grow up and eat hay and cause problems. But
yeah.
It's like everything else. They're cute when they're little.
There you go.
Just like, never mind. Let's close the show.
Okay. Can I unbutton my shirt for the rest of the day?
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
Free country. Oh, jeez. That is awful.